All right, ladies and gents, breaking news that's coming out just recently on President Trump. Swollen ankles, bruising in the hands. Uh, Man, there might be something there. But let's watch one of these channels. Let me post it in my chat.
The White House press briefing there hit a number of topics, most notably, or among the notable topics, we heard about the president's medical condition, with the White House press secretary there saying that he was evaluated by the White House medical unit after questions and after the president noticed some swelling in his legs. And they said in an effort of transparency that tests were performed. I want you to
Is that a Coca-Cola or something right there he's drinking? This might be something else, folks. They're saying that he's got problems vascular with his veins and stuff. And if that's that Coca-Cola stuff or Diet Coke or whatever, it might be something else. Yeah, his legs look swollen, his ankles look swollen, his feet look small compared. I don't know. What else are we seeing? I don't know. These chairs are set up on not too. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then the bruising on his hand. Let me see what else we can find out here.
Is suffering from a minor medical condition known as chronic venous insufficiency. What more do we know about that?
Close observers of the president, including reporters here who cover the president daily at the White House, have noticed a type of bruising on the president's hand. We know this because of those interactions that we see the president oftentimes in the Oval Office. It appears that bruising had been covered up in some type of way, but the press secretary announcing that the president has this condition, and it was revealed by a recent medical exam. There you see what appears to be the bruising on the president's hand there. Now, I'll recall that the White House press corps has asked previously about this, about the bruising on the president's hands, and past cases. The White House has essentially said that the president shakes a lot of hands. He's working for the American people, so perhaps that was the reason.
Well, what would I suggest for President Trump if I was his handler or whatever? Change his diet, and he's got to take time off and take some weight off of them feet and his legs. Put some mice on it, try and get the swelling down. They'll give you medication or whatever. They're going to try with medication, but I would make sure you get an ultrasound or an EKG on his whole, whatever it is, on his whole body. Make sure he ain't got no clogged arteries or anything. And he might have to cut down on the Coca-Cola and the McDonald's. I mean, good God, how old is he? 70-some years old? They're saying, well, it's common at this age, at his age. Yeah, it is. But for one, he's on his feet too much, right? I mean, he might be traveling everywhere, and he might have to elevate his feet and his legs and get that swelling to go down, because you don't want it to swell so much where it cuts your circulation off. So, yeah, let's watch a little bit more of it.
Particularly looking to clear up some concern out there, notably on social media and other online circles, about the president's medical condition in terms of that bruising on his hand there, Nancy.
All right, Willie, and I'm going to go back to what we were talking about before in terms of seeing cracks in the president's face as a result of the Epstein files. How big of an issue is this for the president and his administration? And are they planning to do anything to fix that issue?
All right, another thing I want to point out, which I've noticed with President Trump, is the bagginess underneath his eyes, the puffiness underneath his eyes. Now, whether or not he's sleeping properly, but you also, when you got bags underneath your eyes like that, that could be a sign of liver problems. And that might be why his hands are bruising so bad. It could be. It could be. I'm just saying. I'm no professional doctor, but, and we've seen that also with Uncle Ted Nugent, real puffy, baggy underneath the eyes. And that's a sign of liver trouble. The doctors were saying, some of the stuff I watch, that it could be a problem with either they're not sleeping properly, or they could have something wrong with them. That's why their eyes are real puffy underneath. So maybe, possibly, maybe there is something deeper wrong with President Trump, but they're not either letting us know, or they might be. It's hard to get a doctor that'll, I hate to say it, you got to trust. And in order for the American people to trust the health department and doctors and everything, the doctors got to do their jobs properly and not just be in it for the money. And most of them are in it just for the money. It's a tough call, really. But yeah, I probably would do a little bit more and see, because I mean, this is all adding up. The swollen legs, ankles, the bruising of the hands. He's probably bruising real easy. And the bags underneath his eyes, the real puffy eyes underneath. It could be. I mean, I wonder if they're joking about. I mean, this is a man that is very wealthy. You think he'd be eating healthy? Is all the reports we're getting that he just loves to eat McDonald's all the time and Big Macs? Is that accurate? If it is, then yeah, that's explaining what we're seeing here. Is the old clown finally is caught up? So if it's true that all he eats is McDonald's and fast food or whatever, then yeah, this is probably what we're seeing. This is probably what we've been seeing, and especially if he's not active or whatever, or maybe he's just not resting properly and he's always on his feet, moving around, doing things. And I could tell you another thing they might want to check out is he's been breathing real heavy through his nose. Right, you can hear him breathing when he takes a breath. It's through his nose. I don't know. I would give him a full body checkup, man. Put him in that machine that where you inject dye into him. You put him in the machine. I think it's called an EKG or something, or a sonogram or whatever, and it'll tell if he's got any blockages or anything like that. And it might not be safe for him to be flying. These doctors better get with it, man. It might not be safe for him to be flying at 70,000 feet in Air Force One. He needs a break, probably. Hello, Debbie. He probably needs a break. Let's see what else we can see. Now they want to talk about the Epstein thing. I really don't care about the Epstein thing. Let's see what we can see here right now. Well, they used makeup to cover up the bruising on his hands. And like I said, we see that when people are having troubles with their liver or they're diabetics. Uh, very well might be was why his hand's bruising. They're saying it's from handshaking. Well, okay, maybe he's shaking a lot of hands, but it shouldn't be causing bruising on his hands like that. And check to see if his skin is real paper thin. He might have that one sickness, right, where the skin becomes real paper thin. And well, he's 70 some years old, folks. And if it's true what they're saying, he's eating nothing but McDonald's and Big Macs. Well, that explains the giant swelling of his legs and his ankles. No, he needs to probably take a rest. Probably needs to take a rest, and he's gonna have to get checked out. Well, we wish no harm on anybody uh, on this channel. If whether you voted for him or not, just as a couch potato investigator or YouTube couch potato investigator or even practicing couch potato doctor. Yeah, he needs probably a break. Put some ice on his legs and his ankles. Get him some of that medication he probably needs and elevate his legs. And no flying for a while. Right? Get comfy in that chair. Get him one of them orthopedic chairs where he can sit in it and it's not cutting the circulation off in his legs. He's going to have to cut down on the Big Macs or whatever he's eating. And he probably needs a break, man. All right, that's all we can do until more information comes out. That's pretty much all we can do. I would be safe if he's flying. He might have a blood clot or something in him, or artery or something, and when that happens, you shouldn't be flying high altitude or anything. No, you're right, Debbie. He's no spring chicken anymore. None of us are anymore. None of us are. You're right. He needs a break. And that's all I can say is a couch potato YouTube doctor is change your diet and cut back on the cokes and all that stuff. Like I said, diabetes will cause that too. Swelling of the legs, ankles, feet, bruising of the, yeah, diabetes. Could be. All right. God bless everybody in this whole world and everyone. And we'll keep you updated on this channel here with what's going on. Let's take a look outside. See if we got any animals. I got no more peanuts. Like, they came and got the last peanut. And God bless America, right? I'll be back later.